HB Launcher Turbo, my second set of clubs. Matt on camera or on the computer here. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Should we gap test them?
Gap testing.
Because I want to play these.
Why don't you?
Because I think it's just brilliant. And we're going to go up to the 4-iron and just gap test them and see how they fit in. And could I game them? And then when I do game them, which we're going to some for like a month, I need to know how far they're going.
Yeah.
What I love about them as well is I don't need a chipper.
What number?
Because look at the sole on that wedge.
What number club are you going to use for the chipper though?
Any of them. That's the beauty. Because that's the other thing that you've not realised is that I used to rinky chip, but I'm going to 6-iron chip a lot now.
Yeah.
Because I've now got a 27 almost degree chipper.
Because the
in my
chipper,
6-iron, because it was 22 I was using, or 23.
Chipper we used in a recent video was 35, was it? Like a 9-iron kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, that's one way of looking at them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Improves your game.
So I could go from a bag full of loads of clubs to I had these. I wouldn't need many clubs at all.
No.
Set of these in a driver, off I go. Right, wedge. Here we go to start us off. So I'm just playing gameable shots. So you can see how chunky it is, you know, you don't see much of the back of it out the back. When you look down, they do slim it off in the wedge, but there's plenty there. I just think Dan will be offended most if I win matches using these, don't you?
Oh,
That'll hurt his little brain.
I'd react to that. I'd have no idea. I don't know if he'd come on a trip again.
He'd be gaming them next week, wouldn't he?
Mr. Tinker.
Yeah. Pretty happy with those three, and you can see the grouping. Let's move up. That's a 99 again, sole getting a little thicker. I could just so game these. I said it the first time I hit them. I tested them in America, actually over with Cleveland a few years ago, and I just was like, wow. My brain just sees these soles and sweepy land, like I just see it. The classic gap testing is it's like the tree, isn't it?
Yeah, the
tree of gap.
The triangle tree going outwards.
Some people's trees are wilder than others. Again, 3 pretty decent shots. Oh yeah, pepper. That's a Peppa Pig shot, isn't it? That is peppered it. 8-iron next, again, going chunkier. It's going to keep getting chunkier and chunkier as we go up. So it's going to be things like peak height, spin rates, obviously distances I want to really dial down and see in these. The thing I'm always really surprised with these is for the lofts, the spins are not low. They contradict everything you'd imagine from a chunky club.
Yeah, they're staying up there.
I mean, that backspin on that is 6,000 and this is basically a 7-iron.
Yeah.
So that's
kind of lower on the spin rates, aren't you?
I'm about 500 less than the number, and on a mat I can be 1,000 less than the number. They are total lasers. Look at those three. You could drop your hat on those three if you had a big hat. 7-iron next. Totally start seeing the back of the club out of the 7. The other good thing with doing this is when we do our club swap videos, I can't wait to watch you guys try and play with these. It'll be hilarious.
I feel like they'll go quite high for me.
Well, I didn't. We've tested this and they weren't as high as I was expecting. Like when I compared the 6 equivalent lofts to my T300 in my old tight list, I was amazed that they were very similar on height, where I was expecting this to go higher. Launches? Yeah, they can pop a little higher.
So launches which might make it look like it's
correct.
Going high, yeah.
Correct.
Bang.
Oh. I'm raining down terror on that line, aren't I? Well, that was a slight toe, and that's where these really start jumping into, like, you do feel more like the hybrid help from a toe hit.
Yeah. That's
6 iron next. Oh, that's so rank. That is rank as you can hit a shot. Line ball.
Go on.
So that's lacking in carry but rolling out.
Yeah.
That was as skank as you can hit a shot. Again, that's the toey one, which is doing all right.
Because what's quite interesting as well with this set for you is that you would never think of a 4-iron.
No, and that's not a 4-iron, but it is.
It is, yeah.
Obviously, I'd probably stop at the 6 and just jump into my hybrids in this set anyway, like the other set.
Yeah.
There would be no point.
But it's not stopping you as such, is it?
No,
if you're a person
easily do it.
Likes a clean set
Yeah.
all the way through, unlike your bag that you're probably going to game.
Yeah.
Like you've got a mix of 3-4 different clubs.
You could definitely do it, couldn't you?
But yeah, get all the way up to your 4-iron in a normal set.
I'm going to hit one more just to get, because obviously the skank one will throw that, but it'd be funny to see it. But those two were exactly what I would expect landing on each other's stuff. Because basically this is a 5-iron, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a strong 5-iron probably compared to my old Titleist. Not that I couldn't game them, as Matt is just saying, I absolutely could game that. It's more I've just got a club I think that I can perform better with. So that's a skanker. Like that with a proper 4-iron, which is basically what this is, would not be doing what that's done. And that's a nice hit. Now this is big, like hold that.
Cool, yeah. Like that's just it's literally just missing the top bit and it would be a hybrid.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. It's big. So now 4-iron. And I could absolutely game this club. That's a toe.
And drawing back a tiny bit.
But I like that. Look where they're landing. They're just left side of the green to on the green.
There's your pattern.
Not carving off away, which I love on a long club. Let's look at the gaps then.
Okay. Starting from the start.
Pitching wedge 125.
125 for the pitching wedge. 138 for your 9. So going up 13 yards, kind of what you'd expect. Up to an 8. 158.
So that's a jump.
That's a bit of a big jump, I would say.
Yeah, that is a jump.
20 yards.
I would, if I'm gaming these, I need to know if I can hit that 8 150.
Yeah.
I know I can get the 9 140 looking at the 141 in there.
Yeah.
8-iron spinning at 5.3.
5.3.
So lowish spin.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a jump from the 9 there, isn't it?
Yeah.
You look at that. That's.
So the 9's an 8.
Yeah.
Spinning at nearly 6,000. So they're definitely like 500 revs lower on spin, aren't they?
Yes.
In that bottom end.
Yeah. Then you go to 7-iron, 173, so 15, 16 yards further.
Again, not a bad jump.
Not bad, yeah. 4,000 spin.
Yeah. Because that's a 6-iron basically.
6-iron, and then you go up to your 6-iron, which is 5-iron loft if you're comparing.
It blends.
181. That's quite a nice blend, that one. And
then what's interesting as well with this is the spin starts to fall back into place.
Yeah.
And do you know what that is? We'll do some. I think that's the ball. So I think the ball is, because obviously when you take loft off, the spin on the ball starts becoming irrelevant.
Yeah.
They all spin very similar.
Whatever you're going to use will
like
be
your
similar.
Whole range of tightness and tricks and whatever, they all start falling into place.
Yeah.
It's when you add loft you start seeing the jumping. So I think it's not particularly the clubs are low spinning. I think the ball is probably 300 revs spinning less than what I'm used to with a Pro V.
Yeah.
Which we'll have to test. But I mean, the peak heights are there, so what difference that will make? Again, you'll see through the year as I play with them and stuff. It'll be fun, won't it?
Yeah, people.
Yeah, you know the answer to that question.
Yeah, okay.
So then the 5-iron,
nice gap again.
Yeah.
So I think that previous gap there was a little tight. Only 8 yards, but then you jump up to 17.
But look, there is a 173 skank. Remember I skanked?
Oh yeah, yes. You've hit 4 shots there.
Yeah, no, I skanked one. If you disable that, we get a nice 11
yards. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Now 11 and then 14 up to your 5 iron, which is 198.
Yeah.
Spinning at 3.7.
So again, the 5 iron is high spinning because that's a 4 iron.
Yeah.
Spinning nearly 4,000 revs.
And then you look at the last club, 3,500 spin with a 4 iron, which is probably 3 iron loft, and that's carrying 208. So doing very well on the spin at the lower lofted end, aren't they?
Amazing. So I could easily game them, couldn't I?
Peak height in 30, 30, 32, 34, 35, 33, 30, like that's good, isn't it? And
Yeah,
descent
well I'm knocking the
angle's
wedge
good
down
too.
because that's how I play a wedge.
Yeah, yeah. That's good.
Like
Nice
they're so
gaps.
gameable. And again, if you go to the low lofted end,
Yeah.
I would stop at that 6 iron, 187, jump into my rinky dinks, which will now go 198 and 208.
Yeah.
Those two clubs go for 1.
You mix one club there, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you go to the bottom end, definitely my 56 is a problem, or I need to be good at hitting the pitching wedge 100 yards.
Yeah.
Because my 56 is like a 90
96 to
at the
100.
most, yeah. 110.
I reckon you could get 56, 100, but again, it's whether you want to do the power shot,
which
isn't it?
So 110, 100 yards to 110, I need to fiddle,
Yeah.
strengthen my 56, or get the gap wedge back in.
52, 58, bro.
Yeah, and go like, that's what you are, aren't you?
Yeah. That's what the
56.
players are.
Post comments down below, what do you think of those? How do they fit in? Was that something you could game or not? I mean, I'm quite impressed with those numbers. I absolutely feel I could play those clubs. You could see me hitting lines and not with them. They're doing exactly what I want. And I will play them through the year. Post comments down below again if you want to see me play them for a month when we go on one of our tours. I think it'll be interesting to see if there's any difference in my performance or not. As always with equipment, we can talk numbers, spin, dial into all these things that people like doing online. But if you're hitting target, you're enjoying them, then you're the one playing with them at the end of the day, aren't you? Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.